Actually, is a river here in Sofia. It's between the bus station and the center of town, and I'll be going down that way after I go to the bus stop to get a look at one of the bridges. I think it's the one way down there. It's an old bridge. There'll be three that we'll look at today. Pretty little park just down the street from the bus and train station. A little bit of whimsy. The new bus station. I think it's for places outside of Sofia. And down behind that bus are little shops, kiosks, and I think probably local buses. I'm not terribly sure. The statue is inside the railroad center, which is part of the bus center, or one and the other. This is what it looks like. Gare Central, I think Gare may mean train or station or something. I've seen a relatively large, although old, RV parked in someone's backyard. After about an hour and a half of walking, and then thanks to a young girl's suggestion, a three-stop bus ride, we're now at the Lion Bridge. There's a market down here that I saw when I got off the bus, so I'm going to pursue that. I'm going to probe this a little bit. I think it also goes down this other street to the right, looking market than the ladies' market, so we'll stroll down through this. Carry it all day long. I'm just getting started. I'd stop and buy something because it's much nicer, much prettier, more stuff available here than the other place. Here for groceries, then along the side are the more permanent kind of businesses. Products out in front of themselves. At the ladies' market shouldn't even be on the list. This goes way down the street. I'm not going to do it because I don't need to today. Guide on our free Sofia walk-around trip or tour. Many people in the crowd who are from different countries. What their symbol of their country was, and many of them said lion, even though their country had never ever seen a lion. Still remains of something whenever it was built, but it's fallen apart. Whole intersection area, it looks like. So at some point in time, this will become a very popular tourist spot, including that lovely market I just saw. Map of the ruins here, of course, nothing in English. This is the east gate of Serdika. Which you can see a bigger version of the outline overlaying the city of Sofia at upia-serdika.com. To think that these stones may have stood here and that thousands and thousands of Romans and their legions and their chariots and their horses went through these gates. 12 to 11 to, 18 to 19 to 20 centuries ago. These marks for what caused them. There was something caused them. Grade of the road, but maybe this was the grade of the city from even prior times, who knows. Today are some more sites that indicate the presence of this Roman city underneath Sofia right now. The Colosseum, second largest known in the world, still complete, underneath and buried. all, folks. Now, within the environs of the Rotunda of St. George, which is this church in front of us, and the Roman remains that accompany it. Interestingly enough, it's ensconced in the backyard of the Sheraton Hotel, and also I think part of, I think it's the Presidency. This has the look of the chapel or the altar area of a basilica or a church, but that area over there indicated that this, and I think it actually was a residence, had heated floors. Those stones, whether they were higher than that, I'm not sure. I think the ones I saw in Italy were, but that those holes over there may or may not be where the steam came through. I don't know. Some other semicircular features, and there's some arches, again with holes in them that look suspiciously like they might be used as ovens or passageways for either water or steam. Just guessing. The original walls are just used to protect it or not, I don't know. Again, another oven-like arch window or whatever it was. But here in the same room where we see these square posts, if you will, a couple more very small archways. A tinier one in that wall. Who knows? Probably the home or the residence's water source or well, and that may also be the same. And it looks like over in that room it might have been a large, either a large room that was supported by columns or a large open area with columns. See how curiously, but fortunately, this is well protected as a state monument, of course, within the surrounds of this large building. And I'm sure these walls are all reconstructions. And the entrance to the hairdresser and the souvenir shop, gee, surprise, is the entrance to the church, I think. Anyway, that's where we're going. What exactly this might have looked like and been originally, I don't know, but there, a pedestal for a column, whether it was always there, who knows. This looks like a pedestal for a very large column, I mean the base underneath that rock. Whether this piece of beautifully carved stone was actually part of the complex, I don't know. Inside what I think must be called the exterior narthex. I was just inside. There's a service going on. The priest is going through the mass, I suppose. But I think it's very interesting that people stand there with their candles. And the young boy chats with his mother. The other guy that's in there is looking around, fooling around. All the time standing within 10 or 15 feet of the priest, while he drones on through his litany. It all seems so funny to me, in a curious way. It's almost as though in this religion, if you go through the motions, you've done the job. In all the Buddha churches I was in Asia, whether it's China, mainly in Cambodia and Thailand, it's an individual thing. Each person's doing it their own thing, and they wouldn't be there if they didn't have that thing to do. This religion with the intermediary of priests seems so distancing.